okay. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? There's a universal God. There's that higher source. You know, there's that higher power.
Right.
We can't try to force anybody into believing what it is that we believe. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no forcing into that. We just have to learn and grow and evolve for ourselves and be able to have that understanding.
Right.
You know, it's very important that we talk to each other about what it is that we believe without conflicting.
Right. Without it causing like an argument. Next thing you know, we mad at each other. We no longer friends. You on that side, I'm on that side.
Yes, ma'am.
It's crazy. It's just crazy.
Yeah, it's unnecessary division. You know, and we supposed to be all we got right now. You know, and we are all we got. You know what I'm saying? So we got to start learning how to be able to have healthy dialogue with each other without,
catching attitudes. Right, without catching attitudes, getting mad. Even though you might not like, what someone says to you, you got to be able to accept it. Look who's talking, because I can't stand when, negative stuff. I don't want to hear it, but sometimes you got to hear it. Like they say, the truth hurts, so sometimes you got to say it. So, right. So with everything that's going on in 2020, what's your view of 2020 in your opinion?
It's been a very intense year.
Yeah.
We've really had to have a lot of self-analysis this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people who actually took the time out during this quarantine to actually educate themselves and do their best to be able to keep themselves far above water. You know what I'm saying? Mentally. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, at this point, it's just psychological warfare. You know what I'm saying? We going through the physical.
Right.
Having disparities. But, we know that's coming. But as far as keeping your mental straight, that's what's really been a necessity throughout this time. Because we see the evil that's going on. You know what I'm saying? You can see it. It's right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, the evil is there.
Right.
You can see it.
Right.
But we also had to look ourselves in the mirror. That's what I had to do. I had to look myself in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that I had to unlearn and just relearn again. You know what I'm saying? About myself, about a lot of things. A lot of stuff that I was studying like over the years started coming back to me. You know what I'm saying? And you just got to build like that. So that's really what's been getting me through, and just work when do what I got to do, get this bread.
Right.
Just, you know what I'm saying, stack up for the fam. You know what I'm saying, like for the next generation, you got to do it.
Right, you're absolutely true. So, when I was watching you the other day, you had the black man. What was it? The black woman's guide or the black man's guide to the black woman?
Yes, ma'am. Sister Shahrazad Ali.
Right. Talk to us about that a little bit and tell us, what that book is about. I read it a couple of years ago. I did pick up the book. I read it, but my focus was just all over the place. That what was happening in the book.
It's a lot to digest.
Right. It just didn't capture me at that time. But when I saw the book in your hand the other day, I was like, oh, I read the book. And then the first thought I thought was, I went to the left with it. Like, oh, I wonder, is he going to tell us what black women are supposed to be doing? But then when I started listening to you about your views on how you read the book and what you took away from it, I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting. So talk to us about that.
We remember self-analysis, right? Mm-hmm. So when I read this book, and then I think about also different times in my own life where I didn't understand something, and the way that I would respond to it was way different than what I would now.
Right.
So with that particular book, I could understand a lot, but then again, I had to get the perspective of a black woman as well. Because I got two older sisters, and I have to figure out what is true and what's not in a different way than what I can analyze, because I'm a male, you know what I'm saying? That's what I am.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But
Right.
I don't know the world through y'all, you know what I'm saying, through y'all eyes, and y'all know the world through ours. But we got to understand, you know what I'm saying, we got to get a commonality at some point.
Right,
You know?
right.
So, that book, it's a lot to digest. You know that.
Yeah, it is. I couldn't digest it when I was first reading it. Like I said, I was all over the place. I didn't know, I wasn't settled in my mind on focusing on stuff that, was serious at the time. I'm scrambling around, doing all kind of different stuff. That wasn't making no sense. So when I hear you young men talking, reaching out back to the women, like on the positive side, that's important too, because there's so much negative stuff going on.
Yeah, it is. It is. Miss Taylor, I got, you know what I'm saying? I got two older sisters, you know what I'm saying? I still got my dukes, you know what I'm saying? My grandmoms, my aunties, all of this kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, my cousins. Man, we got to really start being able to take the reins ourselves, you know what I'm saying, to stop believing what was force-fed into us, you know what I'm saying? And, we all have our, for lack of better terms, we all have things that we did to each other that we have to be able to, heal with each other. You know what I'm saying? Even throughout Willie Lynchism and everything, we still have things with each other.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you think that, I didn't mean to cut you off, but do you think that the healing process is due to the generational curses that's set upon us that makes the healing take so long?
Yeah, we got a lot of family curses to break. Definitely this generation right here. You know what I'm saying? Because we really have to pick up the slack where our parents left off. You know what I'm saying? They don't, all of this stuff goes through lineage. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had PTSD, and a lot of people they just think it just equates to war. Like, no, we have PTSD just from our lineage. Just like, say, like, my father was bald, it's hereditary, or more than likely hereditary for me to get bald if his pops is bald. You know what I'm saying? Like, I should expect to start wearing a lot more hats. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. Right.
It's critical. It's very, very critical that we heal and acknowledge what has happened in the past. Us, our ancestors, and finna be our children.
Right.
Get it right.
Right.
So it's very critical.
Yeah, because this stuff does pass down to our children. Do you have any children?
I don't.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, I just have 3 nieces, 1 nephew.
3 nieces and 1 nephew. That's your children right there. They may not be your children, but they are your children. Nieces, nephews, still a male figure in their life is a father figure, an uncle figure, an older brother figure. That's awesome.
Right. Them my babies.
Right.
Stuff one of them, you know what it is.
I'm telling you, you know what it is. So let me ask you: Are you a person that's just like serious all the time, or do you have your serious moments and then you have your fun side too?
You should see me outside. I'm just, I know how to. It's professionalism. You know what I'm saying? I still know how to be fun. Like, you should see me with the family, all that type of stuff.
You said I still be getting down. What you talking about? I know how to do it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta, when it's time to get serious, it's time to get serious. You gotta know when to play and when not to. You know what I'm saying? It's a time for everything.
Exactly.
So, like, I just, that when it comes to this, it's just something I'm passionate about. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a cloud man. I don't want to do all that kind of stuff. I don't even care about that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just about us being able to relate to each other. Build this new nation. So. Right.
So, what is it that you want people to know about you and who you are? What do you want people to know that when they say truth be told? First of all, how did you come up with that name, Truth Be Told? And what does that mean?
Ms. Taylor, I used to have a job at the Art Museum here in Indianapolis, security. And I used to get around a lot. But I was reading at that particular time, what was I reading at that time? It was a book on leadership, but I can't remember exactly what the book was called. But I'm reading this book, and I'm like, man, dang. Yeah, I was reading a Marcus Garvey book because they was talking about the newspaper that he was distributing.
Right.
So I'm like, man, that would be dope. You know, and I'm like, man, what if we just had something for our own, for us to connect to again? You know what I'm saying? But then you got to also think about, paper and, how we're going digital at this point. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, man, truth be told would be a nice little, just a nice little catch to be able to, actually be able to put the awareness out there, I'm not worried, the truth has to be told.
Exactly, and what no better name than the truth has to be told.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
right,
ma'am.
right.
It's just something that just has to be out there, you know what I'm saying? We just got to be able to relate to it, and it's just all about the children at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? Now, where we at, because a lot of adults are stuck in their ways, you know what I'm saying, already at this point, so a lot of us at our age are kind of in our ways, stuck in our ways, you know what I'm saying? So, you just got to live for these kids, man. Just make sure that they have something to, give to for, our grandbabies and, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth,
Right.
It's just, it's just about that time. And really, man, look, like in the picture that I sent you, what God Saddles, Spike Lee is one of my favorite directors of all time, hands down.
Right, right.
And I really love Do the Right Thing. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. And I love it not only because of just the energy and just being a great film.
Right.
I love it because it forces us to analyze ourselves, to actually see what it is that we can do to our own community. But then we also see, how Sal and them were, how Bino and Pino and all of them were. We got to see that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
The different sides of what was going on. And then we also got to see how we treated each other through our own colorism.
Right, right. Like, how does that movie make you feel? Like, when you watch that movie, like, how does that make you feel at the end? Like, each time that you watch it, do you get a new feeling, or is it the same feeling? Like, how's that for you?
It's a different feeling because when I first watched it, it was like, ooh, let's watch this movie. And then you sit down and then you watch it when you're thinking. And then you say, wow, I didn't catch that the first time. And then when you go down a couple of months, a couple of years, you bring it back and you watch it and you be like, oh, that's what they was talking about. And then now, watching it now with all the 2020 hoopla, you look at it like, wow, that's what was going on.
It's timeless. It's one of those things that's timeless,
Right.
So that's just very important, and I'm just saying that because, like, just with the whole thing, saying, just bringing it back to the center, the whole thing, like my reasoning of, calling it Truth Be Told, and actually going for it and pursuing it.
Right.
Just because I watched it, that's one of, man, look, you see that movie and you just realize that there's different things and there's a lot of stuff that we have to take into account when it comes to our history.
Right.
A lot of us don't seek therapy. You know what I'm saying? We need to seek therapy. You know what I mean? And some of us just don't have insurance. Some others, you know what I'm saying, they just want to do it just because. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know what I'm saying? They don't want to look weak or whatever the case may be. But
right.
We got things we got to answer. We got to actually ask ourselves and talk to ourselves candidly about it.
Exactly. So why do you think that people feel that therapy would make them weak? What's it about therapy? If you say I went to a therapist or a shrink or whatever you want to use it, psychologist, why do people feel that you're weak if you went to one? And then the second part of that question is men. Why? Like, because women will run to a therapist to run our mouth and tell. to talk our problems to somebody who want to listen, and that's a therapist. They get paid to listen. But men, why do you feel, or do you feel, men have a different view on that?
Well, women in society are more deceptive in being able to express themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we call it estrogen. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? With men, definitely in the society, and definitely being a black man, this don't work like that. You know, it's just like, hey, pick it up, keep on moving, doing what you got to do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
You got family to feed. You know what I'm saying? These people ain't gonna care. They don't want to hear it. Half the people that you talk to, they don't care about you being there. They prefer for you to be there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like, as black men, it's hard for us to be emotional or be able to show these emotions, because if we get looked at as weak, it don't matter where we at. It don't matter. You know, we out here trying to get this bag. It's a bunch of sharks out here. You feel me? Like,
Right. Right.
you gotta make sure you go get it. If this dude over here, you sobbing in the corner, bro, he gonna be like, oh, this is shark food right here, man. I'm on this.
Like,
You know,
stop
like,
crying, get up, you know. But I think men supposed to cry sometime too. You know, if y'all would let your feelings out. But I think men are just as emotional as women are.
yeah.
That not saying that they're weak or anything like that, but I just think that, you know, even though y'all like to say we don't have emotions, I think y'all do.
we human somewhere deep down in that little pit. You know, we
Let me get
we
my phone.
human at the end of the day. You know, so yeah, we got emotions. We cry.
Uh-huh.
I think a man should cry, but like just over especially just out here boo-hooing, bro. That ain't gonna work, bro.
No, I don't mean just like sit down and every minute. Because, you know, as female, I can cry over watching a TV show or whatever happens. You know, women, we can cry just automatically. But it's not saying that men's supposed to cry automatically. It's just that I know sometimes y'all cry. Not because it's a wrong thing, because you're going through some emotions. And then if you don't, you have to let those feelings out. If you don't let them out, then they build up inside, and then you're crazy.
Yes, ma'am. Gotta address it. Gotta address it. It's just about who you crying around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got that woman that's down for you, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? She with you, y'all ride.
Right.
Cry, bro. It's all good. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the OJ's had a song. You know that, what's that? We cry together.
Yeah.
Like,
You right about that.
That's your main thing.
Yeah.
Thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? But, bro, being weak out here and just crying in front of anybody ain't gonna work.
Nah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. You know, I got 4 sons, I got 2 grandsons, and everybody else is my granddaughters and my daughters. So, you know, I watch, I watch guys, you know, I see how, then, you know, of course they got a lot of friends, and, you know, so I'm around a lot of guys, and I see different guys with emotions. But when you hear guys talk about, I don't do this and I don't cry, I'd be like, yeah, y'all got to let that emotion out sometime. So is it healthy, or isn't it healthy to let that emotion out instead of bottling up inside, and then you wind up with the PTSD syndrome that you was talking about, that doesn't only affect war-like syndromes?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's exactly what happens. And just like, okay, so 2 things on your chat here. There's a young lady, or there's a lady, she says men, or what's that? Men pride, ego.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? That can be a case as well. But you know, when you out here in the jungle, and you out here with people that, you know, don't care about your emotions, and you know what I'm saying, you gotta get this back. It's just not gonna fly with certain people, you know. But like I said, if you with that solid woman that you with, yeah, you know what I'm saying, express yourself, and you know what I'm saying, show your emotions. It comes with it, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to come with it. I mean,
Right.
she's supposed to be the down thing, so you know.
Hey, we down together. We gonna cry together. We gonna fight together. We gonna laugh together. It's about a together thing.
but pick yourself up.
Exactly. Don't be laying on the floor acting like it's over, because it's not over yet. It's never over until the good Lord says it's over. Not because you going through something. Snap out of it. Get together, y'all. Let's pick up our pants. Exactly. Hey, brush it off, and then tomorrow's another day. And good things is always gonna come the next day.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. And then there's a brother on here like with music. You know what I'm saying? Like put it in the music. Express yourself. Put it in your creativity.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I do music. Right now, I'm just focused on something else at this particular moment. You know what I'm saying? But when I do my music, and when I'm writing, and when I'm actually making beats, doing what I got to do, recording, it goes into the music.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Going into whatever it is that's helping me mentally, my creativity, or whatever it is that I'm trying to do and manifest.
Right. You're absolutely right. Because music is, like I was playing the keyboards. I used to play the keyboards. I did the music and all of that, and that was like a peaceful thing. So I got to get me another keyboard so I can get back to playing. I had a studio. I was a producer. All them kind of crazy things, but I do music. We have Black Dog Productions. I'm a manager. I got some artists floating around here somewhere. I got to get the studio
back. You got
back.
that type of name though, Bubby Taylor. It just sounds like somebody real prestige in the music business.
Oh, thank you. Hey, y'all hear that? Bubby Taylor, prestige in the music business, y'all. Look me up. I appreciate the love. Right. So.
But it's important to channel, though. But go ahead.
Exactly. No, because this is all about you. This is your interview. It's about you. I talk a lot, but it's about you.
Go on and on and on and on.
We might be here for 2 hours. They be like, wait, I thought it was a 20-minute thing. They talking and talking.
As long as that knowledge get out there.
Exactly. So, now that you said that you was in the music, did you sing, did you just rap, or did you just write and make beats?
So I was rapping, making beats, writing. I played the trumpet as well.
Get out of here, the trumpet?
Yes, ma'am.
Wow. That's a powerful instrument. The trumpet is a powerful instrument because you got to take a lot of breath from the inside to blow it out to make that sound in all different keys, notes, and feelings and vibes. What's that like?
That's what it's about, the feelings. Just like you just said, feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Able to express yourself just like that. Like when you played your piano and when you was doing what you're doing, it's all them emotions. You know what I'm saying? It just becomes electric. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter if you make it good stuff, bad, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? You putting it out there. It works.
You're right about that. When I was on the keyboard in the band at the church, I was like that. The horns. Anytime something happened, you can hear them horns coming in.
Yeah, make them feel it.
Exactly. The pastor used to look like, would you stop? Look like you needed a bass horn behind what you just said. Set you up with some horns, bro. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, now that we on the music, everybody that watch me should automatically know if I tell her I do music, I used to sing, I used to write, I'm looking for a rap, a rhyme or something, or what you got for me tonight?
Hold on, because I meant to send this. I'm gonna send it right to your email right now.
Okay.
It's a song that me and a partner of mine. Give me 1 second, I'm about to find it. I got you.
All right, that's what's up.
Yeah, I got you. It's one that I really like to promote because it raises awareness about a lot of the things that's going on right now and has been going on. Right. For the same, for a long time. It's very important.
What about this crazy election where it's just crazy? This is the craziest election in the whole history of the world. The other day, voters, like when you vote, it was private and personal. The other day I heard that when you vote, somebody can look up and find out who you voted for. It's no longer private or personal. And then, like, some people came to my house the other day. They knew everybody in my house name and told me that they knew that we didn't vote and we needed to get out there, like, right now. How do you feel about the election this year?
That's intrusion. I didn't have a horse in it. I want to be able to see somebody who's actually genuine about what it is that they do on it. You know how the political game is. I see the pros and cons of both. I do see the pros and cons of both. But I'm gonna answer that. But what's your email, real quick? So I can
interviews. The interview with Booby Taylor show. So that's INTE. Well, I can't even spell right now.
I got interviews.
Yeah, interviews and TIWBT shows. Hey everybody, we're talking to Truth Be Told. He's letting us know his opinions, his viewpoints, his ideas, what life is in his view. He's telling us all that, you know, we need to really be woke and find out what's going on in life. Make sure that we know that we're applying the good things to ourselves and reaching back out to others, that if they are, you know, down and out, pick them up, talk to them. And also letting us know that it's nothing wrong with talking to a therapist, because sometimes we need to talk to somebody else that will give us a different viewpoint on what's going on. You know, therapy is for everybody. You know, it's not just because you might, oh, you're crazy, go to a therapist. No, sometimes you need to talk to somebody that helps you put everything in the lines that they need to be, so you know what path to walk.
Yes, ma'am. And sometimes you are crazy. You just gotta figure out your tick.
You gotta find out what crazy you are. What level of crazy.
Depending on what level it is.
Exactly. You said sometimes we are crazy. We just gotta know what crazy we are. That's what's up, cuz sometimes I be like, hey. Then sometimes I think I'm everybody's therapist too. You know, I know how to sit down and I can listen to someone, and you know, I be listening to people, and I'm really serious. I'm into what everybody's doing. You know, if you want to talk, I'm here. You need a shoulder to lean on, I'm here. You need a friend, that's Booby Taylor. I'm out here. I'm a people person. I love everybody. You know, even when they do me wrong and whatnot, I be like, yo. Crazy.
Yeah, it come with the territory. But you know what you just said is just like what Mike Tyson was telling Boosie on his podcast. He was talking about, you know, expecting people to, you know, return the love, you know, paraphrasing. But respecting, you know, people expecting someone to show the same love or reciprocate the same love that they give out.
Right. I got your email. I'm going to pull it up.
Setting yourself up for disappointment.
Right, you absolutely are, because you think that, you know, you want everybody to feel, you know, with me, you know, I want everybody, I get upset when I find out that somebody don't like me, you know, and then I've learned that it ain't the end of my world, so what, move on, because there's a few people, I don't want to say I don't like people, but some people are just crazy. It's
pretty wild out here.
Yeah, it's getting wild. You don't even know anymore which way to turn. It's like, you know, 2020 is something else. What do you think is going to happen in 21?
Different beats. I don't know, but in some ways I'm anxious to see, and then again I'm like, I don't know.
Right. You like, look, I might just stay right here in December, let it last for a while, but then we need January to come to find out what the future's going to bring. Right.
Yeah. So I sent that song to you.
I'm getting ready to pull it up right now.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to hook up. So this is something that you wrote and made yourself.
Yes, ma'am. It's me and a partner of mine. His name is Jay Carter. He's from Gary, Indiana. He lives in Indianapolis as well.
Right.
So this is a song that we literally made this probably 4 years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. And it's still relevant, you know.
Right.
Perspective. It's a song about perspective. So.
Okay, let me get ready to pull that up. So what made you start, like, even podcasting, going live with who you are? Because, you know, once you get into the media, reality world, you put your life out there. And then you can't take it back. Once you put it out there, you can't take it back no more. You're just, like, out there. What made you feel like I want to be out there posting my views, my opinions, my life? They don't like me, so what?
Man, I do it for God, Miss Taylor. Really. I'm influenced, like, I'm really influenced by Malcolm X. Hodge really. It's like, that's one of my heroes, you know. Martin Luther King, you know, all of these people who put their life on the line for us, you know. I'm really influenced by that, you know. In this life, you can't have any fear, you know. And to a point, and to a degree, you gotta accept it anyway. It's been a pattern. You know, it's been a pattern of things that happen. But I mean, it is what it is. That's what we out here doing. We building. You know, we trying to make sure we build this new nation and, you know, be able to get it on track. You know, get it right for the future generations.
Right.
You know, that's what we're working for. That's what we're working for. You know, so I don't really mind people seeing certain side. Just because I'm on here don't mean people know me. You know what I'm saying? People don't know me. You know, but I'm still putting myself out there, you know, to express the vulnerability so that other people can do it as well, so that we can get on track and we can have discussions that need to be had.
Right. Right. Okay, I'm getting ready to pull it up now. And I had it up a minute ago, but hey.
Sorry.
It's the internet. It's technology. Hey. So what? Once again, what is it that you want people to know about you, who you are? Let us know that.
I believe in family. I'm a man of the people. I'm a man of the people. I just believe in family and just being able to carry out God's work. You know.
Right.
Finding purpose. You know what I'm saying? And just loving people. You know, being able to see people elevate, level up.
So when you say level up, what does that mean?
Reach a higher ground. I'll be able to be the person who they're meant to be. Being able to achieve every goal that they set themselves out to do, or you know, be able to achieve all that they're put here to achieve. Because we're all here for with a certain purpose. You know what I'm saying? We all have a purpose in this life. So it's on us to be able to find that purpose. You know, be able to talk to the Most High to be able to figure that purpose out. Just, you know, walk by faith. You know.
How important is prayer? Yeah, how important is prayer?
It's all the importance. Because that's your connection. You know, blessings, manifestations, affirmations. You know, that's our connection to the Most High. You know, asking ye shall receive. So, you know, we also got to move in action as well. You know what I'm saying? So, we can't just believe. You know, just like, oh, okay, well, I prayed to God. You know, it's all good now. He's gonna take care of it. But not moving in action. We got to meet him halfway. You know what I'm saying? So, you know.
You said at least meet them halfway. You know, if you're gonna meet them, if you're gonna meet somebody, meet God at least halfway. Now, if everybody that knows me, they know that I'm in the church. You know, I'm in the church. I was in the choir, the praise team. I've been in church all my life. Turn that down some. I've been in church all my life. But as growing now, there's a change because of how life and everybody throws things out there, you know. And even with the church, when I'm looked upon at, oh, you do this, you do that, you ain't, you know, all the way in there the way church supposed to see you. What's your viewpoint on that?
Everybody has an opinion. You know. My cousin was just talking about that. It's funny. We was literally just talking about that. It's funny.
Right.
But everybody had, you know, and I guess that's the beautiful thing about us as humans, you know what I'm saying, us as beings. We all got our opinion. You know what I'm saying? Just respect it and move on. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just know that if you're doing that, you praying and you staying connected with the Most High, they ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you on your mission, you on your path. It don't matter what they think.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's always somebody who's gonna think something. You know what I'm saying? They always gonna think you're doing something the wrong way. But they don't talk to the guy that you talk to. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. At the end of the day, it's between you and God, and it is what it is. Your viewpoints and your opinions sometimes is your viewpoints and your opinions. That's what's up. So I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this that you just sent me. Intimidation.
Yes, ma'am. It's called Intimidation. Yes, ma'am.
Tell us a little bit about that before I put it on.
You said tell you about it?
Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, it's a song about perspective, right? So it's basically switching perspectives, but you'll hear a little raunchiness. You know, it's very intense. You know, and we're actually shooting a video here soon, but that's gonna be great. But yeah, it's just raunchy, you know, and it's about perspective. So once you hear it, you'll be able to understand that it's very significant to the times right now and the times that we have in the past. Like I said, the song was made like 4 or 5 years ago.
Right.
You know, so you know, you'll see when you get into it.
Okay, everybody, we get ready to hear. We get ready to hear your intimidations. We're talking to Truth Be Told. Not only is he a young gentleman, black African American man out here, black power. You know what I'm saying? Speaking the truth from what he knows. He's also into music, an artist, producer, performer. You know, he's out here making it happen. So we're going to hear Intimidation, y'all. Oh, wait, we're going to turn it up first to hear it.
Cruising down a one-way street. I got my partner to the right and a hard to the left of me. I know they thinking about arresting me. I feel the energy like I work with Chesapeake. Plates in the bag as he slowing down to catch a beat. Hand on the gas, I slide it down to let the scene clear. For that, when I'm black and for let those see, and no chance to squeeze. Facts of reality.
You're cautious with the flashlights and blinders with the headlights. Told us to step out, but we wasn't even red lights. The red lights and good lights, but it's like a shit like we zipping to the passenger. Hope they got on the cameras, treating us like animals. Tie, pull out your camera phone. I swear that I will die. Long the practice got me with me. I'm going on notorious, and that's word to Biggie. We pick me on some big charges if they don't need to kill me.
But you're not black. Remember, we only kill black people. Yeah, we only kill black people, right? All the videos you've seen, you white people get killed? Yeah.
You see the red and blue lights, put your hands up, nigga. Might not go home tonight, put your hands up, nigga. When you see me, live for life, put your hands up, nigga. If you move, I'm shooting twice, put your hands up, nigga.
You see the red and blue lights, put your hands up, nigga. Might not go home tonight, put your hands up, nigga. When you see me, live for life, put your hands up, nigga. If you move, I'm shooting twice, put your hands up, nigga.
Anger, you can knock my fucking horse down. I can't take no more as we hit the floor now. There ain't no reason for aggression, but they testing. Lord knows what I'd do if I had that Smith and Wesson.
They grabbing me, holding me, trying to get some control of me. They acting like this, but I swear these niggas got over me. They do this shit for fun. I'm trying to make it to my son. I'm looking at time like nigga.
Never run, standing firm, so rebel, nigga. If you distract, I'd rather scat shit out with the trigger. They got us fucked up, thinking it will go and simple. I have this space hanging lower than a weeping willow.
I'm about to go with this pistol. Can't let bitch over the tie and we let that bitch whistle. Can't move over the head like the one from the prison. They hit the road, fuck the trolls, the niggas that miss me.
This for altars of Cassandra rounds for Mike, it's official. It's the revolution, nigga. Time to fuck up the system. Fuck up the system. Fuck up the system. Fuck up the system. You see the red and blue lights, put your hands up, nigga. Might not go home tonight, put your hands up, nigga. When you see me, give a life, put your hands up, nigga. If you move, I'm shooting twice, put your hands up, nigga. You see the red and blue lights, put your hands up, nigga. Might not go home tonight, put your hands up, nigga. When you see me, give a life, put your hands up, nigga. If you move, I'm shooting twice, put your hands up, nigga.
Yeah. Hot. That was the fire right there, y'all. Intimidation. That was truth be told. I'm telling you, that was powerful right there. Tell us about that again. What's the meaning behind intimidation?
It's all about perspective. So around this time, this was around the time when Central Plan, Mike Brown, like we was going through that hot streak. You know, it was terrible.
Right.
And Philando Castile. And I was just, this particular time, I was just sitting in my room and I was just thinking about it and I was listening to this beat. But I'm trying to figure out like what the perspective would be like if it was to switch and others would feel and see how it is that we feel and see.
Right.
You know? So it's like I said, it's just really about perspective. Because when we see these officers and these, you know, they just brutalize, you know, they're killing these people and there's no consequence to it at all, you know. But it's just like that Spike Lee movie that's about to come out here soon. It's called American Skin. Man is going back for it. He's going back for it. You won't convict him? Okay, cool. Well, we're gonna see what's happening when I come and get you.
Exactly.
Right. This is my mission as a father. This is my mission from protecting my race, from protecting my people, from protecting my community, whomever it is.
Right.
This is what I'm supposed to do as a man, is protect. So let's see how it is when you view it from when the shoe was on the other foot, type of times, basically. You know?
Right.
So that was just that was going on at the time. There was just a lot going on.
Yeah, it's just that was powerful right there. The beat was dope and hot. The music, the words just fit in with the music, and it just gave like a powerful feel in the message.